welcome everybody to Course 40 Guy Party Podcast. Welcome. This podcast is just me and my buddy just talking about video games, comics, movies, entertainment, anything we do during a week and whatever we feel like talking about. I am one of your hosts, Al Moody. This other host, Matt Brooker, Matty Brook Daddy, coming to you almost coast to coast. Not really, but about
time
3/4 of the way.
No, time zone to time zone. Wait, are you a mountain or Pacific?
I'm in mountain.
Oh, never mind.
Time. So 2 hour difference, but whatever.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Tribe.
So we are Guy Party Podcast. Just Al and Matt. You can find us on Instagram, guy_party_pod. You can send us an email, guyparty91@gmail.com. Go check us out on our website, guypartypod.com. You can get the audio versions, video versions there as well. I think we have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah, that's actually where I pretty much primarily upload all the
videos. Yeah. So check us out there as well. I don't know what our name is there. Yeah, I figured it. Torso's out. Yeah, I guess with all that out of the way, let's how was your week, buddy?
How was my week? It was good.
We start the same way every time.
I know. You would think I would have it down after this many podcasts.
You're fine.
It was good. I mean, I don't remember if I beat Resident Evil 5 last time we recorded. I think I might have been close. I think we were close, but we didn't do it yet. Beat it again, beat it on professional. So now me and my buddy are just going through trying to get as many achievements as we can. Which actually we are doing pretty good. I think we're over halfway right now. Yeah, actually I'm at exactly 35 out of 70. So exactly halfway.
Nice. There you go.
So, getting them achievements, trying to knock those out as quickly as possible. But outside of that, I think really the only thing that I did was play Resident Evil 2, which came out midnight Friday morning. And I'm having a fucking blast with that.
Did you stayed up to play it, right?
Yeah, because I didn't have to work Friday, because normally Fridays are one of my days off. So I stayed up, played it for an hour or so. And I've never played the original Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
So I'm going in completely blind. I just know the 2 characters that you can play as, and that's pretty much it. So I'm having a lot of fun with that, typical Resident Evil puzzle, item management, taking it easy, or trying to conserve ammo and stuff.
Conserve ammunition.
Yeah, the cool thing they did in this game, which I thought was pretty clever. Normally in just about every Resident Evil game, you have a melee weapon, like a knife or something that you can use if you run out of ammo. In this game, knives break. So it's it seems like I'm playing on normal and I have more than enough ammo, but I've already gone through 2 or 3 knives that I found, which they kind of use as if a zombie grabs you, if you're quick enough, you can press a button and it stabs them and gets them off of you without them hurting you.
Gotcha.
But I'm having a blast with that. We can talk about more, but that's the biggest thing that has happened this week, and it's only been the past 2 or 3 days, and I've pumped at least 3 or 4 hours into it, streaming it. So
nice.
Having a blast with it. Highly recommend.
Before I forget, I hate games that have items that break. It's so fucking annoying.
You're not gonna like Breath of the Wild.
I'll figure it out. But all right. Yeah. No. So my week. I don't know. Outside of the video game world, I finally got my stamp, my seal for my professional geologist license.
Hey-o.
So I can stamp shit. So that's pretty.
Are you just going around stamping everything right now?
Dude, I am.
Did he go to Ashley and just stamp her in the forehead?
Forehead. Boom. I stamped a piece of paper and put it on the fridge. All those things in kindergarten, all the spelling tests and math tests and all that shit. It all worked up to that little stamp, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? All that work you put in then.
You should see if you can I guess your mom probably doesn't have whatever the first thing is she hung on the fridge.
My grandmother does. I have like a little fucking...
Go get it from your grandmother. Be like, hey, I need this, and just put them next to each other.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I have like a little butterfly thing I made out of like a pipe cleaner and
or just recreate
clothes hanger clip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, got that, which is pretty fucking awesome. So I finished Letterkenny, the entire series so far.
Nice.
Big shit goes. Last like 2 seconds of the 6th season.
I'll need to watch that.
Some shit's good. That show is funny throughout the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one episode I didn't like, but 1 out of 40 some, 50 some.
It's pretty solid.
They got approved for another like 40 episodes.
Damn.
In December of last year, I want to say. But so that's a couple more. Season's only like 6 episodes, so that's a couple more seasons.
Yeah.
Anyway, started The Punisher.
Nice.
Only 1 episode in. Violent as hell already.
Yep.
Which is awesome. Thank you, Netflix. And no cancellation news on that yet. Knock on wood.
Not yet.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Pretty key word there.
Yeah, yet is a solid one.
I feel like it's a matter of time.
Oh, dude, it's gonna happen. But what are you gonna do? I finally beat Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I saw that. It only took you
20 years,
25 years, 20 years,
20 years. Came out in 98.
Yeah,
but took me 20 years. Didn't have it as a kid.
Slowly.
But dude, fuck you. All right. Now, even playing it now, it was still really, really, really fun.
Yeah,
I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it. It was a good story. The ending they wrapped it up very nice. And as you can see, I got a good little snapshot on the Instagram there of them meeting again.
Yeah,
at the end. Yeah, it was good, man. Nice. It was really good.
I was like, I am very glad you enjoyed it, because I remember when you first started playing it, you were like, I don't know, and then it seemed like I don't know if it's just being able to sink a little bit more time into it and be able to sit down for like an hour and actually power through a bunch.
Yeah, because I was
seemed like something clicked at some point where you were like, all right, I'm done. I like it. I'm loving it.
Maybe it was after I collected the medallions and got into the actual like temple, like getting
like after you become an adult.
Yeah. I think that's when I was like, okay, I get better weapons now. I can use the long shot.
I think because you also started before you took your geology exam, right?
I did, and it was like
I think you also like you weren't able to play as much when you had to study for that. So I think when that was done, that was when you were able to sink more time into it and really got invested. So I'm very happy you enjoyed that game, because that is
me too.
That is a classic on a lot of gamers' lists that's top 10 easily out of the games I played.
I can see that.
So
unfortunately, I didn't have the nostalgia of playing it when I was 7 or 8, but even now I can see that set precedent for games to come that we have today. So it's nice. And
that little side note, not to cut you off, that'd be a good topic for future podcasts of just games that possibly changed the way games were made.
Yeah, I'm good next week.
Yeah, talk about it later. Next week.
Let's go. That's a good one. Good idea,
next week.
Good idea, Matt.
I got you.
He's got us. So now I got Breath of the Wild still just sitting, ready to get played. So I'm waiting to play with Ashley. Hopefully tonight, maybe we can start.
Dude.
But maybe we'll just watch more Punisher.
I think Breath of the Wild, good game. Came close to Ocarina of Time, but I don't think it quite hit Ocarina of Time status.
Majora's Mask level?
Probably close, yeah.
Okay. Wind Waker level?
See, I always it's like Ocarina of Time, it's like Wind Waker is like just below that for me, and then probably somewhere like, I don't know, somewhere around there is also Breath of the Wild. It's tough to say.
So it's okay. So it's that good still for you.
What?
That it's that Breath of the Wild's that far up on your list.
Like okay, I remember when I was playing it, I told my buddy, I'm like, when I first started playing, I'm like, this could potentially be better than Ocarina of Time. And my buddy was like, yeah, that's what I've been hearing. And after beating it, I saw some things online where it was like, it kind of opened my eyes to some things in the game where it's like, yeah, that kind of was a little bit of a letdown and a bummer. But I don't want to say what it is because it's kind of a spoiler for the game.
Yeah, please don't.
So I'm going to wait for you to beat it, and then I'll tell you what the issues I saw online, which I agreed with. That was like, it doesn't make it like, oh, I can't play this game anymore. But it's like, yeah, that kind of did suck. There's
a DLC for it, correct?
I don't think it's like really big story related though. It's like it's almost like huh?
Can you get a scooter?
You can get like a motorcycle.
So I heard that people play the DLC first, get the motorcycle, and use the motorcycle for the whole game.
I haven't done that, but I have heard of that.
Yeah, I heard that, but I'm not going to do that, of course. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited to get into that. But besides that, I am just trying to figure out what game to go into now on PlayStation and get some trophies on, and I have no idea which one I want to do.
So you've done Horizon, you've done Borderlands.
Yeah. Horizon.
You don't want to do Last of Us because it has online stuff.
Yeah.
Does Red Dead have online trophies?
Red Dead?
Yeah.
Yep.
They can't do Red Dead. What other games do you have?
Dying Light.
Dying Light has online trophies though.
But with news of a second one coming out soon, people might actually be on. Same thing with Last of Us though.
That's true.
So I don't know.
What? Any other games for PS4?
I have a lot. Watch Dogs. Fallout 4.
You did Fallout 4.
But I didn't do all the DLC.
Could do DLC?
What I started to do was Torg's Campaign of Carnage today on Borderlands 2, just to try to get some trophies.
You didn't do the DLCs for Borderlands, right?
No, I just did the base game.
The honestly, like, if I remember correctly, all the trophies and achievements for DLC aren't that bad.
They're not, but I have to do all.
It's mostly just like, most of it is like all like just doing all the missions for the most part.
Side missions too.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Then again,
all the missions.
There's not many.
And just visiting like all the locations and stuff.
I might do that. So I'm in Campaign of Carnage. I got 1 of 3. I'm trying to get the pictures of Moxie to get like, I have to collect 10, but I heard it's glitched. Sometimes you have to get like 30 to pop it. So we'll see. So I'm just going through and get some DLC right now, but I have the DLC for Horizon, DLC for Fallout, DLC for Borderlands. I didn't platinum. I didn't do pre-sequel.
There you go.
I did the pre-sequel, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Maybe I'll do that. Sure. But anyway, yeah, but I got Breath of the Wild to play, man. God damn it. Anyway, that was my week. Didn't do much besides game and watch some flicks and smaller life goals, life achievements here.
You watched first episode of The Punisher, right?
I did.
Of season 2.
Season 2, yes. Season 2, episode 1.
Is it good?
Without spoiling anything, it is violent right out the fucking gate.
No, I would assume so.
I don't know how much time has passed since season 1 to season 2.
Okay.
No idea. Maybe it tells you as you go further on, but my brother was on episode 8. He says he still doesn't know.
All right.
So
interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck happened. An event happens in the first episode that I wouldn't have guessed or pinned him to do, but you'll see. But dude, there's a fight scene. Of course, this isn't a spoiler. That is just so brutal with the one dude. Oh man. Anyway, I'm excited to watch more tonight because just that John Bernthal, is that his name?
Yeah.
Bernthal.
Yep. John Bernthal.
His I don't know. I guess just yelling and whoever choreographs his fucking fight scenes and tells him to like yell at this point or whatever, it just fucking like it's perfect. It's so well put together,
all right,
fluid, and it seems like it just, of course it's a show, but it's natural for him,
Yeah,
he's a perfect person for it. Anyway,
all right.
I'm excited to talk more about that when you start watching it and we get more into it. So God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, Letterkenny and Punisher. That's about it. Yeah.
Nice.
But dude, it's good. I'm gonna watch it more. If you watch it, just text me and we'll talk.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
So anyway, you've been playing a game called Resident Evil 2, right?
You make it sound like it's like an indie game or something. You've been playing a game called Resident Evil 2.
A small indie developer game you guys have maybe never heard of. Resident Evil 2.
I'm having a blast in it because, like I said, I've never played the original. So it's like all the puzzles are fresh to me. You know, it's a completely new game. I don't know, what's going to appear, what I'm going to fight. Like, I knew... So there's an enemy in Resident Evil games called the Licker, which was introduced in Resident Evil 2, and you see them in Resident Evil 5. I don't know if you see them in any other games off the top of my head. Okay. But it's essentially like a canine like creature that like has no skin on it. It's like just like the muscles and stuff. Can like see its brain, and it's blind and like has a long tongue. Crawling walls, scary fucking looking.
Demonic.
But like I'm playing through the game and I like it because it's like the beginning of the game is going back to like the original zombie feel of just like stumbling zombie, but like one headshot doesn't kill them, so like you have to be very like careful with your ammo.
Gotcha.
And even when they fall down, you don't know if they're dead. Like I have to go up them and like hit them with a knife or shoot them in the head again to like, are you really dead, or are you gonna stand back up in 5 seconds when I turn my back and grab me from behind?
Double tap.
Yeah, that's essentially what I started doing.
You have to.
But then
Zombieland taught us anything.
Like the first like hour or two of the game, like it's just like, oh, standard zombies, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. And then you get into like the top floor of the police station, and you're walking down this hallway, and there's a window in front of you, and you just see a Licker crawl by it. You're like, fuck. Like all I have is a pistol right now. I don't even have a shotgun yet. I just saw signs that this thing is gonna appear soon. So like eventually they start appearing, and it takes like 4 or 5 shotgun shots to kill it, which is fucking annoying.
And you mentioned ammo is very scarce.
Yes and no. So like there have been times where like I've been playing through and it's like, oh, like my magazine in my pistol is 24 bullets, and I have that full plus like 70 ammo in my inventory. I'm good. I'm fine. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm at like a full magazine and like 7 bullets in my inventory. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, where did it all go? But like they leave, there's things around the map where like you essentially can collect stuff to craft it into more ammo. Like you just like, it's like there's gunpowder, which if you use 2 gunpowders, it makes handgun ammo. You use like gunpowder and like this yellow chemical, I don't remember what it's called, can make shotgun ammo. And if you use that, the gunpowder and something else, it can make magnum ammo.
Okay.
So it's like you can kind of be like, well, I have 2 gunpowders, but do I want to save one, see if I can find a yellow and get shotgun ammo?
Gotcha. So you kind of, it's inventory management, as you mentioned.
So like you start off with like 8 inventory slots, and throughout the game you slowly can find stuff to expand it.
Yep.
To make it a little bit easier.
Cool.
And like I think I mentioned it a week or 2 ago when I talked about the first Resident Evil game, and also in 7 they have item boxes. So like throughout the map, like you can go find a box, drop stuff off, pick stuff up, depending on what you have and what you need. So I'm happy that's still a thing in the game, because I always enjoy that feeling of being able to put stuff away and pick stuff up. But then later in the game, I was seeing screenshots of this guy before the game was even released. It's like this big jack guy in a trench coat.
Yeah.
And never playing the original game, I didn't know who that was. I'm like, I'm gonna assume it's a bad guy, but kind of looks like a really jacked version of Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. So I don't know.
That's creepy.
I don't know. And I'm playing through the game, and I was streaming last night, Saturday night, and I get down into the jail part of the prison, or of the police station, And I'm talking to this one guy that's a survivor that got thrown in there before the whole outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you start hearing like footsteps while you're talking to him. And the guy just starts freaking out. He's like, oh fuck, he's coming. You gotta get out of here. And like the guy backs up against the back wall of his cell. And all of a sudden a fucking ham bunches through the wall, grabs him, and squishes his head against the wall. And it was just like, oh fuck. And like you just see the guy in the big guy in the trench coat just walk away then. It's like, well, he's not a good guy. He's a bad guy.
Nope. Is it the one you sent me?
Yeah, that guy.
The short video of? Yeah.
And then later in the game, like not even an hour later, like at one point like a helicopter crashes, closes off part of a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's on fire, and eventually you put out the fire. And like you're forced to go through this hallway to continue through the game because like the ladder you went down in that area broke, so you can't get back up it. Go figure. Me personally looking at it, I go, that's an easy thing to climb back up, but hey, you know, plot story, you know, plot convenience, you know, gotta take it, I guess.
Can't climb back up it.
But when you're going through the hallway, the helicopter is still sitting in the hallway after turning off the fire. All of a sudden, big trench guy just, you know, casually just lifts up the helicopter and throws it out the window or out the door, out the hole in the wall, and just starts walking towards you. And you're like, oh fuck, here we go.
Shit.
So now he's chasing me through the entire police station, and it seems like you can lose him, and you just judge it by like hearing footsteps, and like obviously louder the footsteps are, the closer he is to you.
He is.
And if you're in the same room, odds are he sees you and it's just gonna like beeline for you. And it's the ominous slow walk that gets me. It's like a fucking horror movie of just the monster just slowly walking towards you with not a care in the world.
But somehow he never falls behind.
No. Well, the funny thing is, I died once to him because I wasted all my ammo on him, thinking hey, maybe you can kill him.
Yeah.
You can't. You can only stun him. So after I wasted all my ammo, I'm like, all right, just fucking kill me. I'll reload. So the second time, I got far enough away that the footsteps completely disappeared. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm safe. And then I went into a window or into a room, got some stuff, walked back out the door. And sure enough, I hear footsteps again. I'm like, fuck, he is somewhere nearby. Turned a corner, fucking there, fucking punches me in the face.
Like, did you send me your video?
No, that was someone else.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn.
But
you got a good clip there, bud.
No, someone posted a little video on, I think it was on Reddit. I saw it, where they dubbed or they edited X Gun Give It To You over the video.
X Gon' Give It To You.
And it's like, I guess there's a line like knock down the door or something. I don't remember the actual line, but something about going through a door, busting down a door.
Knock, knock, open up the doors.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Something like that.
And he edited it so that way once he opened up the door, the big guy was on the other side and just punches him. But I also, I was playing last night while he was chasing me, and like there's this one spot where you have to move these things to get over an opening, like bookshelves in a library actually. And there's a staircase on one side of the room and a ladder on the other. So
got you.
I like moved the things before he got in. He got in. So I just went up the ladder before he even really got in. I'm like, all right, maybe he doesn't know I'm here. Immediately started walking up the stairs. I'm like, fuck. All right, he knows I'm here. I'm like, well, all right, this is what I'll do. He didn't come to the ladder. He went to the stairs. This guy can't climb ladders. Safe. I'll just go up and down the ladder when he gets close to me. So I go down the ladder as he's walking up, you know, start moving more things. Looking around, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck he is. Fucking jumps down where the ladder is and lands right behind me. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, I'll just climb up the ladder. So I climb up the ladder. No, I'm looking for him. I'm like, he's not going towards the stairs. And I look down, he's just climbing up the ladder. I'm like, fuck. So eventually I was able to like control him, manipulate him enough to like get through the door. But yeah, he's chasing me right now in the game, and it's causing me mass amount of stress, and I'm not enjoying it.
So I have two questions.
Go on.
after I make a statement, you mentioned DMX. He just got out of jail for tax evasion. See that. So
I think someone made a joke about that on the comment thread in that Reddit link.
Yeah, I think he just got out of jail. Anyway, 2 questions. Is it just a reboot, or is it fully redone from the ground up game? Pretty much.
So what would you consider a difference between the two? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't make video games, so I don't really know how to explain this. I guess it's not just reskinned; it's just kind of done from the ground up.
Yeah, I think it's kind of redone from the ground up, and like still follows the same storyline and like the same like you start here, you go here, you go here, you go here type thing.
Yeah, I mean same game, but not just like okay, we're gonna port it over.
It sounds like there's been stuff that has been added to the game.
Okay.
That I don't know what. I haven't delved into those articles because I don't want spoilers, obviously.
And you also haven't played the first one, so
yeah. But like I think I saw an article on Reddit or IGN or something where it's like Resident Evil 2 remake just isn't this because it or isn't just a duplicate of the original because it also added a bunch of these things, and I was like, I'm not touching that because I don't want to know.
Yep. Fuck that.
I don't want to know what I'm gonna run into. Yeah.
Yep.
One thing I saw in the game, though, which I'm gonna have to use a fucking guide to figure out how to do this. I sent you a picture of it, actually. There's an achievement for take 14,000 steps or fewer in one playthrough. And I'm trying to figure out...
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna have to use a guide for that. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to...
Yeah, especially dodging this guy, running away from this guy to and from.
Yeah, I'm sure on a guide there's like... I'm sure it's either
in this corner.
Yeah. Like it's that. Like you make sure you run here and then like go here and make sure when you run to this point, make sure you stop, aim your gun, so that way you're aiming at this thing and then just run straight type thing.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very hard.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that.
It'll be fine.
But there are collectibles in this game. They're called Mr. Raccoon's little like trophy things you have to break.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to trying to get all achievements in this game.
So, second question.
Okay.
Is it full price?
I believe so.
Damn.
Okay. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's a full $60.
It's viable.
I mean, at this point, I think it is. But me personally, I've enjoyed. Right now, the only Resident Evil I've played after not playing 2 is Resident Evil 3. If you go by numbers, there's obviously like 5 or 6 other games in the franchise I haven't touched, like Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0 or something.
Yep.
But yeah, it is full price.
I haven't played any of them.
But like,
I haven't played any of them.
Playing the first, playing the fourth, playing the fifth, sixth, seventh, like I've enjoyed playing them all. So it's like I just wanted to see. I wanted to get the story of what happens in 2.
How's it look?
Like graphics wise?
Yeah.
Pretty.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. You remember like the graphics from Resident Evil 7 when we played?
Yeah.
It's like it's that engine. It's the exact same engine. I think they have their own engine that they use for graphics and stuff and gameplay.
Cool. Okay. That's
so I'm enjoying
what
it.
I wanted to hear. Good.
So, yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and
I'm fucking hope so. Because you've been playing the shit out of it, so
yeah.
Anywho,
having a blast.
You see the Anthem demo dropped?
No.
For people who kind of pre-purchased the game, I guess. I don't know.
Worth it?
What's up?
Worth it?
So, Ashley's brother pre-ordered it. And I was like, no, don't do that. But he did. And he got the demo, not yesterday, the day before, Friday, I guess I want to say. But he said, of course, the demo was on day 1, it was shoddy at best. It was glitchy. It was shitty, to say the least. So,
now,
he sent me some videos.
When he says shitty, was it like poor connection and stability?
That and... I don't know if it was just limited and what he could do,
Because I know sometimes when like there's poor like connection to servers and stability and stuff.
Dude,
sometimes terrible. That's part of the demo is, you know, we're seeing how the servers handle this massive player influx.
Yeah.
And secondly, especially on the first day, you have everyone hopping on it. You have game reviewers, you know, people that stream it and stream video games and record for a living that are doing it to, you know, get either reviews out or just get, you know, video footage. So like with the amount of people that were probably hopping on it, if there was poor stability or connection, it possibly was just there were so many people trying to hop on it at the exact same moment.
Yeah,
like
true.
when
just
Steam sales, when Steam
crash,
sales,
but just move slow.
I mean, when Steam sales happen, Steam can like it won't go down, but it will take a while sometimes to load the Steam store because there's so many people just Steam sale. Everyone just bombards the site and the servers aren't ready for it.
Yeah, that sucks. But I got a little article here.
Go for it.
About Anthem. If you want me to delve into it a little bit here.
Do it.
So it says, it's from Polygon. Title reads, Anthem feels as good as Destiny, but has BioWare's creative touch. But will this be worth exploring this world? So pretty much it goes on to say, as a competitor to Bungie's Destiny series, BioWare's Anthem offers enough that's new to justify its own existence. The world is pretty. The characters are tolerable. Most importantly, it moves and plays in a way that feels right. This is a competent piece of work. Those are two contradictory things, you know? The title and then the first paragraph. But hearing the world's pretty, that's not enough. And the characters are tolerable.
Yeah, that concerns me a little bit. Why are they tolerable?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to go on here a little bit. Although a shared world shooter is a departure from BioWare's solid action RPG history, Anthem retains enough of the developer's creative signature to mark it as more than just an attempt to regain ground lost to a genuine innovation that was Destiny. As in many BioWare games, the dialogue options, decent voice acting, and passable facial animations here reveal characters who display basic personalities, desires, and motivations. Anthem's player character, a mercenary known as a freelancer, is in a constant state of needing and wanting to level up. To improve weapons and stats, the player passes through verdant landscapes, stopping occasionally to engage in battle. And there's one more here. I'll just finish this up. But at its core, Anthem is a solid shared world shooter that doesn't take too many risks. It feels like a fantasy world designed to be conquered bit by bit by small groups of pals.
All right.
It goes on to say flying, like goes through some of the classes and some of the leveling up aspects of the game and some of the combat moves, but I'll save that for anybody who wants to go on and read it itself.
I did see, I think it was a GIF on Reddit earlier today or yesterday of someone flying in the game, and the flying looks like I would enjoy it. Like any game where you can fly, it's like gotta see how it is, and it looked like it would be kind of fun, but it's like the gameplay also has to be there. Like
I was gonna say the flying, as I said, Ashley's brother sent me some videos of him going from walking to flying, and the animation to go from walking to flying seems a little it just doesn't seem like it's fluid enough for me. I don't know, but when he gets to fly though, it seems like he's actually like it's pretty streamlined and fluid.
That's what I mean. Moving,
like,
but I'm definitely having to wait to see, reviews and everything after it comes out, because that's definitely not a day one purchase, and it's like,
it's EA, man. I don't know.
I trust BioWare at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where I'm divided, because it's like it seems like EA is saying, "Oh, this is ours," but it's BioWare that developed it, and it's like I love. Yeah. I've really only, I guess, played Mass Effect from BioWare, which I was just gonna say, yeah. I don't know what else games they actually have done off the top of my head. I'm
just looking them up. I wanted to Dragon Age Inquisition, Star Wars: Old Republic.
Yeah, I haven't played any of those. I've heard good things about them. Haven't played them.
I heard Dragon Age is awesome.
Yeah,
but I would like to pick up some of the Mass Effect games. If there's
you could probably find that. You could probably find a collection, honestly, at this point of all three.
Probably.
Yeah. Mass Effect, the third game got some flack
for
Andromeda? How the no Mass Effect 3. Andromeda was like a fourth like side story, not related to the original trilogy.
I heard bad things about that.
The third one got flack for the ending, but I think overall the story was good. I enjoyed, like, if playing from 1 to 3, I enjoyed it. It was a good story.
Okay.
Felt like, you know, it felt, I'm trying to think of a way to put it. I don't even know how to put it. It felt like the way they ended it, it was like, all right, this is where we're ending this story.
Okay.
Like, it could theoretically go on, but at the same time, it was like, it seemed like BioWare was kind of like, we're ending this story here. We're not coming back to it.
Gotcha.
And it was like, it was good. I enjoyed it. Mass Effect 2 is just kind of like a big setup for Mass Effect 3. But when you get to Mass Effect 3, you see why it's like a big setup. So, it was good. Okay. I enjoyed it. I'd suggest if you can find a collection of, like, sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
With after
bundles
a while.
Shit, yeah.
Definitely pick it up.
I'd like to do that, but again, I'm gonna wait to see about this game. I mean, it seems from the stuff I've heard and seen from like just gameplay or like release trailers and like some teaser trailers and stuff about how I guess I don't know, procedurally generated or just randomized atmospheric changes and storms that come in and whatnot in the game. That looks interesting enough to just go and explore the world.
Yeah,
but I don't want to explore a world for $65. You know,
yeah, there has to be more to
good story.
Yeah,
good story, good RPG aspect of it. But is it online? Do you know solely
Anthem?
Yeah,
it says do not know.
Oh, I guess we'll find out. I hope not. I'm not an online gamer anymore,
I mean,
really.
I think it would be. I don't know
like
if it's gonna have like PvP and stuff. I think it would be cool if it had something like Warframe or Destiny or even like Borderlands, where it's just like you can drop in, drop out with people, not necessarily do PvP, but do like drop in, drop out PvE type stuff.
Not an I'm better than you kind of game. I'm gonna help you kind of game. Yeah,
or let's work together to beat this thing.
Totally down.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, to deviate here, I played more Warframe last night.
Yeah.
For like, as I say, the first time I played it for like about an hour. So I got through like the first little mission and picked my character, and I found like something to power up my spaceship again for the mission or whatever. But I have no idea how the upgrade shit works when you go back into your main hub and you go in and look at your weapons and shit. No idea.
I'd have to maybe download it and pull it up on Nintendo or on the Switch, because I don't know compared to PC where the updates lie. But I would be more than happy to at least download it on Switch and like pull it up and be able to explain like, okay, this, that, and the other thing. Or hell, even have our buddy Derek, who has pumped like 1,300 hours or 1,400 hours into it at this point, he could fucking explain the shit out of it to you.
But he would explain it in such excruciating detail that I would not follow.
So here's the other thing. He told me this, and I know he does this a lot. Go to the Warframe wiki. Like, if you have any questions, go to Warframe wiki, find what you're looking for, and it will explain it in like dumb man terms.
That's good. EL.
There's a lot in that game that's like, even I'll be playing with him. I'm like, hop on after like a month or two of being off. I'm like, so what's new? Happened? What's changed? You know, what can I not get now? And you know, all that stuff. So
is it just like a story mode that you can play with people, or is it eventually turned like a PvP kind of online kind of game?
So I've heard PvP is very toxic in the game. It's more like a grindy of just trying to get resources and blueprints, so they just get like all the weapons and all the warframes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like I said, he has like 1,400 hours into it, and he still has stuff to get.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah,
that's a lot of fucking time, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. Cool, but yeah, it's cool. It plays well.
It's like you're a space game ninja third person shooter.
Yes, exactly. I was like, Oh, okay. I picked Mag.
All right, yeah.
That's a person. I was like, okay, if I can only do like his pull move and like just kill him, I don't want to do that all the time. I was like,
walking through. And like each Warframe has like 4 abilities that you slowly unlock and get stronger with each level up.
Cool.
And then eventually you get different Warframes that have different abilities. So like eventually you'll get Volt, which like one of his abilities is just being able to run super fast. Or like you'll get like Rhino, who's a tank, who's just able to run through up your defense, gives you armor, up everyone's offense. He can charge through people, or he can stomp on the ground and send people up in the air and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's cool. And I got like, you know, my melee weapon, then like a sidearm.
Yeah.
And my main weapon, I picked the bow.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, it's fucking good. It plays awesome for a free to play game.
For free to play, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, my buddy has sunk 1,400 hours into it probably at this point. Like for free to play, like he's probably dropped like $60 to $100 in the game, but like 1,400 hours.
It's the price of a game.
Yeah, like 1,400 hours. At that point, you better be putting money into that game because you got to reward the developers at that point.
Yeah, I haven't played a game probably more than 300 hours. Besides, Borderlands is probably number one, but
yeah,
other than that, man, I don't know. A lot of time in GTA 5. I couldn't imagine
maybe some of the Call of Duties.
Ooh,
if you have like 10 hours in the game or 10 days in the game, that's 240 hours right there.
Let me do some math because let me figure this out. I had 38 days of playing time.
So that is like 600, 700 hours.
That's 912.
A lot more than I guessed.
Yeah, that's Call of Duty
4?
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, the 4.
Yeah. So I know the only reason why I remember that because I looked at that and I was like, wow, spent 38 full days, over a month of time playing this game solid, straight.
If you have a good time playing something, you are not wasting it.
Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time.
Exactly. Word to wisdom there from God Party Podcast. But we're not the first to say it, so don't necessarily quote us and credit us for it.
I'm not that smart.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Now, where are we at?
You have something about Nintendo here.
Yeah, I gotta pull this up because I fucking deleted it or close it. Not deleted it. Close it out. So pretty much Nintendo is being extremely transparent with passing off one of their games for development. Nintendo's honesty around Metroid Prime 4 sets an important standard. Nintendo has set a good precedent for publishers' transparency moving forward. This comes from IGN. And a surprising twist this morning, Nintendo made an incredibly transparent announcement. Development of Metroid Prime 4, it read, had halted and was to begin again under Retro Studios, the US-based game developer of the original Metroid Prime games. In a statement developed by, I'm going to murder this guy's name, Shinya Takahashi, Nintendo's general manager of planning and development, we learned that although Nintendo found it very regrettable, the company didn't feel the current progress of Metroid Prime 4 was up to their standards for the series. So, even though the news was a bummer for fans eager anticipating the release, the reaction has still been overwhelmingly positive. As of this writing, the statement on YouTube is sitting at 63,000 upvotes with only 2,000 downloads, which isn't a lot for the video, includes the words regrettable. On Twitter, fans are calling Nintendo's honesty refreshing. Now this is how you treat your customers.
Yes.
Transparency and decency. That's good. So, what can people learn from this?
Be fucking transparent.
Be honest and transparent and fucking tell people how it is and don't leave people wait and don't promise something that's not going to be fucking what you give, you know? Like, it's annoying. And why wouldn't Nintendo doing this?
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Ironically enough, right after you found that article, I found another article talking about games that have been rebooted or passed hands to another developer to be made. The first one on the list is Aliens Colonial Marines. I played it. Originally it was done by Gearbox and claimed that the development was a total train wreck. And then after Borderlands was a major success, it was pretty much handed off to Timegate Studios. But eventually Gearbox took it back and heavily revised the game in only 9 months so it could hit February 2013 release date. I played the game. It wasn't fantastic. I remember seeing stuff that when I played the game I wasn't too thrilled about.
Gotcha.
Duke Nukem Forever was another one. I never played that, but I heard that it was not good.
I haven't played it either.
But I would say out of those, like, those were the two bad ones.
Okay.
Then we get the good ones.
What do you got?
Biggest one people probably recognize most, Fallout 3. Bethesda took it over and have made billions probably at this point off of the Fallout franchise, with 3 New Vegas, 4 76, ironically.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, a tab started playing music. I got confused. Yeah, which is odd because I've had the tab open for like half an hour, 45 minutes now.
You didn't. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they took it. Fallout 3 was originally under development by Black Isle Studio, who developed the first 2 under the codename Van Buren before its parent company Interplay Entertainment filed for bankruptcy, resulting in Black Isle closing down in 2003. Bethesda obtained the rights to the Fallout franchise and announced it would be developing and publishing Fallout 3 in 2004. Which obviously, if you've seen videos of the first couple Fallout games, it's like a top-down isometric game, whereas 3 is a first/third-person RPG.
Yep.
And reportedly didn't use any assets and work done by Black Isle before development on the new game. And ultimately it was released in 2008 and met with glowing critical praise. And another one on the list, another game I've played and talked about before, was 2017's Prey.
Oh, you liked that game a lot, didn't you?
Yeah. Prey 2 was announced in originally planned sequel to the first game. Prey 2 was announced in 2006 and under development by Human Head Studios. Eventually, rights to Prey were transferred from 3D Realms to Radar Group to ZeniMax Media, Bethesda's parent company. Bethesda then re-announced Prey 2 in 2011, and Human Head still handling development. Prey 2 continued to hit development hiccups until officially canceled in 2014. Complete reboot of Prey was announced during E3 in 2016, and development was handled by Arcane Studio. A reimagining of the IP Prey was released in May 2017 and received largely positive reviews. Another game, like you said, I've played a lot and praised a lot because it was fun. It seemed like an original game. Obviously, it was originally a sequel, but it's not, just one of those games like Call of Duty at this point where it's been going for 20 years and same thing. Another one I haven't talked too much about. I've talked about the franchise a lot. Resident Evil 4.
I've never played any Resident Evil games except for when I saw and sat down and played with you for 7 for an hour or two, but I digress.
But now considered a classic, it went through a lengthy development cycle. While it never changed hands from Capcom, it did go through at least 4 versions and multiple directors before release. In 1999, the producer confirmed that the Resident Evil sequel was being worked on for PlayStation 2. It was intended to be a cool, stylish action game. The version was considered to be a far cry from the series survival horror roots, and was eventually announced as Devil May Cry. Development on Resident Evil 4 then started over and was announced as one of 5 Capcom titles that will launch exclusively on GameCube, which eventually branched off into many other consoles.
Yeah. GameCube was my shit.
this new version was directed by another guy with a brand new scenario, but this was scrapped as well. At E3 in 2003, yet another version was shown off and featured heavily paranormal elements, but ultimately didn't feel right. Eventually, someone else took over with the intention of reinventing the franchise. This version ultimately became the highly revered Resident Evil 4, which was released in 2005.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So, what did I say? Four different iterations?
Never mind. Check this game out. Never mind. Check this game out. Never mind. Check this game out. Okay, good.
Like, and people love that game these days.
What's the most highly praised, I guess you can say, what's the most loved Resident Evil game in the series? 2?
That I would have to look up after this article. I would say it's probably either 2 or 4 right now.
Okay.
I mean, I played through 1 recently. 1 was pretty good. 2 was obviously good enough to get this full remake.
Reboot, yep.
With the new engine. Now people are trying to get, hey, we got 2. Let's get 3.
Can we get 3, 4?
Can we get 3? And then,
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So, the first 3 games, I know this about Resident Evil 4. The first 3 games were a fixed camera angle.
Okay.
So, it was just a camera would sit in one spot. You saw the entire room, or what you could see in that room from that camera angle. And when your character moved off the screen, a new camera angle was presented.
Okay.
4, I believe, was the first one to do a third-person over-the-shoulder view, which some people consider one of the first games to also do a third-person over-the-shoulder view for a shooter. So people, I'm pretty sure, credit Resident Evil 4 for having that kind of like breakthrough.
That's good.
But people are now trying, like, hey, we got 2, let's try and get 3. But I would say it's probably either 2 or 4, because 4 got like, it got like a PS. What did I say? It started with originally GameCube, and then it got like a PS2, Xbox 360, I believe, and then it got like a PS3 or PS2, Xbox, and then like I know it had a PS3 version. I'm sure you can find it on PS4 at this point. There's a PC version. There's a Switch version. Like, it's got ported to a lot of consoles at this point. So, it's either 2 or 4, I would say. But the last one on the list, another game I've praised a lot, which I've talked about, Final Fantasy 15.
We talked about it last week a little bit.
Did we?
I think so. We mentioned it for some reason. I forget why.
I don't remember why. Great game. Anyway. Love the writing. But it began its life as Final Fantasy Versus 13, a PS3 exclusive that would stand in contrast to Final Fantasy 13. Would be written and directed by Tetsuya Nomura. Was revealed in 2006 at E3, entered its increasingly rocky development following this. Footage of the game was sporadically shown, but reports of its cancellation began circulating in 2012. 2012. Yeah. Versus 13 was allegedly around 20 to 25% complete by the time it changed development to PS4 and became Final Fantasy 15. A new co-director took over and eventually became the game's sole director. While a good portion of the development team remained, much of the game was scrapped in favor of the version that eventually came out in November 2016. And like I said, I've talked about before, the writing and character development in that game is crazy ridiculous. I think it took me like almost 40 hours to beat on my first playthrough, just because I was so enthralled by the world and all that stuff.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, though.
But yeah, so Metroid Prime 4 isn't the first to change hands.
That passed around like that. Jesus Christ.
And obviously on that list, 4 of the 6 games turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Could you imagine, like, as a developer, though, how that must make you feel? Like, you have this idea and like you just can't get it done, and it has to go somewhere else to get fucking wrapped up. That'd be annoying and sad.
But imagine how you feel as the company that finally, if you were told, hey, you're worth team to work on this, and finally get something where they go, that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Like, that would feel pretty fucking good.
That would, yeah. But then again, you could pass it off to 8 different studios, and each can give you a different iteration that would also be just as good in its own right. So, I
mean, like they said on Resident Evil 4, one of the iterations eventually came out as Devil May Cry.
Yeah, there you go. Like
I think also, what was it? I don't remember exactly. I think it was Prince of Persia. Was originally going to be like Assassin's Creed or something. And if you look at the movement in Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed, they're very similar.
Yep.
And it's because one essentially spawned off the other. Or I think another good example is from PS3. There is a game called Prototype and a game called Infamous.
Infamous. I've heard of Infamous.
And I think Prototype was the original Infamous. And then like they're like, oh, we don't like where it's going. But Prototype still came out and was still successful enough to get a sequel, and then Infamous came out later.
Give me a Portal game,
dude. I would.
Now you talk about sequels. That's one Portal game.
I would love to have another Portal game.
Anyway, yeah.
What, did you just Hui?
Anyway, yeah, I did. I did that. I did. So what?
All right.
So, I think that wraps up for our news that we have this week. But what is KH3? What did I have for that KH3?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, yes. That does not wrap it up. I have to find this fucking thing again.
Well, while you're doing that, apparently Warner Brothers announced the next Christopher Nolan movie to be coming out. It doesn't really say what it's going to be about, but it just says July 2020.
Okay.
But it describes the project as an event film, which suggests it should be an exciting release.
No hint on what can come of that. What?
No, it doesn't really say.
That's a shame.
But I mean, all of the movies are pretty good. I think I haven't seen Interstellar or
Dude, Interstellar's fucking awesome, but it makes you feel so weird.
Dunkirk, right? Didn't he do Dunkirk?
Was good.
I haven't seen that either, but I've heard that was really good.
Very good. Yes, but dude, you haven't seen Interstellar?
No.
Interstellar is an amazing movie.
I've heard,
but
it
makes
me
think too much, and I just want to cry.
I've heard it's just long.
I can't fucking fathom it.
Long ass movie too.
It's over 2 point some hours. Yeah, but no, you're fine.
And
just all the info you got on that.
Yeah, that's all the article said. And one other thing, apparently 4 months before movie we're both kind of excited to see, Detective Pikachu. Even hits theaters. Apparently, Hollywood Reporter announced Legendary Pictures is going to work to put together a sequel. They hired
oh my God.
Oren Uziel, Uziel, who co-wrote 22 Jump Street, and apparently the upcoming movie Sonic the Hedgehog. To write the script for Detective Pikachu 2. That's all there is to know about the second one as of yet.
We don't even know anything about the first one.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
so weird.
Legendary is reportedly also developing a spin-off centered on Mewtwo and adapting Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue.
Dude. Do not mess that up. That'd be so good.
There will be a lot of pitchforks in Hollywood if they mess that up.
Yep, that would be a shame to have that flop.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. But anyway, I found this Kingdom Hearts article if you want me to go into it a little bit.
Do it.
So, I don't get what the big deal is with Kingdom Hearts. I've never played them. That might be my reason, but it just seems weird that Disney characters and other fucking characters are together.
I mean, it's all Disney-owned IPs at this point.
Yeah, but I don't get it. They should be together. But anyway, yeah, this is from Polygon as well. It says, title reads, Kingdom Hearts 3 ends the series with a whimper. After years of build-up, the story's conclusion fails to do it justice. I'm sure that kicks a lot of people in the pants. But
a lot of people have been waiting for this game for a while.
For a long time.
Yeah.
It's been, maybe it goes into it here, but there's a reason we're still talking about Kingdom Hearts. It was a collaboration between two titans of industry that shouldn't have worked, full of full of inexplicable crossovers and glossed over plot details, but Disney and Square Enix's partnership proved to be a winning one, at least for a while. Kingdom Hearts has since evolved from simpler beginnings. It's a tangled, dense mass of plot lines and backstories. And Kingdom Hearts 3, the culmination of more than a decade and a half of games, fares much worse than the previous entries did with keeping us engaged. Its naughty lore often intimidates newcomers and has become a punchline to its more skeptical critics. But for those of us who are invested in the series about a boy with big feet and a key for a sword who makes friends with Disney princesses and Mickey Mouse, overwrought complexity is half the fun. Kingdom Hearts 3 is not an affirming experience. I wished it would be. This the writer. Would be for half my life. It's a whimpering but tepid action RPG romp through Disney worlds with a flat story, repetitive gameplay, and very few surprises. It goes on. But after waiting, a decade or so? I'm not even sure how long it's been.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Between 2 and 3, but that does not sound like a good, promising way to end that series, if it's even ended. I'm not sure. I didn't read anything about a 4th coming out, but it says it ended the series in a whimper.
Well,
which I'm guessing it's gonna be the last one, and that's so sad. Because could you imagine if Borderlands 3 or something came out and ended it just flopped?
Yeah,
or
I feel like
a BioShock.
I mean, I feel like Borderlands has the potential to have a lot of games.
Dude,
like I feel like it sounds like Kingdom Hearts 3 is kind of the end to the story, whereas Borderlands 3 they could potentially just keep going.
Yeah, true.
But at the end of the second game, you see the map of like hundreds of other vaults on other planets. So like that franchise has a while before it could end, so to speak.
But then again, that would get repetitive after a while.
Theoretically,
hunting a vault, getting loot, finding
theoretically every first-person shooter is the same thing.
Yeah,
you play for the story, you don't play for the mechanics.
That's true, but
you play for
story.
Character development to an extent.
Yeah,
I mean, in my mind, it's what's going to be in this vault. You know, what are we gonna experience while we try to get to the vault?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Borderlands 2 if you haven't played it in the 8 years it's been out. Fucking characters die from the first game.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, like,
which that's always pissed me off.
That same.
Just to the
same.
I mean, he can't just regenerate like he did in the first game.
Yep.
Can't use a fucking
same.
What about his shield?
Yup.
I mean, come on, you get shot 16,000 times. You get shot once. I want that fucking gun handsome jackass. But anyway, whatever. I'm disappointed to hear that it was bad because I know so many people were waiting for that game and it's deflating.
So backtracking a little bit, you asked me about the best well-received Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So I put it up on Wiki real quick as of January 22nd of 2019. Okay. And this does not include ports in the rankings, but so the first number I'm going to give is Game Rankings, which I'm guessing is a website. Yeah, that collects review scores, both offline and online sources, to give an average rating. And the second score is going to be Metacritic.
Okay.
So for the original Resident Evil, Game Rankings was 87%, Metacritic was 91. Resident Evil 2, the original one, was 93% for Game Ranking, 89 for Metacritic. Resident Evil 3, only Game Rankings gave a score of 88%. Resident Evil Code Veronica, which I never played, I don't know exactly what the story is, but only Game Rankings gave a score which was 94%. Which I think that's supposed to take place before the original Resident Evil, if I remember correctly. The remake of the original got a 90% from Game Rankings, 91 from Metacritic. Resident Evil 0, maybe that's actually one that takes place before the original. Yeah, that's a prequel to the original. Code Veronica, what am I saying? Takes place 3 months after the original, I guess. But Resident Evil 0 got an 84% from GameRankings, 83 from Metacritic. Resident Evil 4 got a 96% on both.
Okay. I think that's safe to say that might be the top one then.
Yeah. For Resident Evil 5, GameRankings, this is where they start splitting it into the different consoles of like PS3, Xbox 360, PC.
Gotcha.
Essentially, Resident Evil 5 was 86% by GameRankings, Metacritic 84, I guess. It says 83, 84, 86. So
yeah.
Resident Evil 6, it seems like it was the worst at like 71% for GameRankings and like 71% for Metacritic.
Gotcha.
Resident Evil 7 for GameRankings was about like 87, 88%. And for Metacritic, it was about 85, 86%. And then Resident Evil 2, the remake, I would just split up by even console. For GameRankings, it was 88% for PC, 93 for PS4, 97 for Xbox One. And Metacritic was 89 for PC, 91 for PS4, and 93 for Xbox One.
Damn. Wonder why it was so high on Xbox.
I don't know. Maybe it was just there's something special with the Xbox that like
graphically, yeah.
But I feel like PC would have just as good of graphics.
Yeah, so, probably.
I don't know. But to answer the question from before, Resident Evil 4 right now is pretty much the best received one, which like I also talked about had many ports even after that.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can find that and play it somehow.
4?
Because I haven't played any of them. Yeah.
Honestly,
or I might just get 2.
I would say if you can find one, you might be able to get one for like $15-$20 on the PlayStation Store.
Yep.
Then maybe pick up the remake of 2. Because Resident Evil 4, the character you play as is the character from one of the characters from Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
So like, I don't think there's any like backstory or anything. Like there might be 1 or 2 lines you might say that's like, oh, that's a reference to the second game. And same with 6 actually. Resident Evil 6, 2 of the characters you can play as are characters from 1 and 5 and 2 and 4.
Okay.
So
there you go.
I would suggest if you are thinking about getting the series, maybe just start at the beginning and just work your way through, with obviously the exception of 3, unless you can find it somehow.
Yeah, that sounds good. But if I do and start playing some new games, I want to fucking upload some stuff to YouTube there. Start not streaming, but like just uploading some videos on our channel.
Figured it
because I figured it out. I did figure it out. So I just have to link it to our YouTube channel and just record and upload.
We will have to figure that out then.
I did. I know how to do it.
No.
I was going to do it earlier, but my brother hit me up to chat, so I did not do it earlier. So
alrighty then. I'm actually gonna probably export my Resident Evil 2 onto the YouTubes also.
Yeah,
so if you do want to see it, I will try and get those up at some point. I don't know. We still need to figure out days to put videos up like that.
Yeah,
I've been slacking and being lazy on. So,
hey man, that's life. Be lazy. Be lazy. Game.
Sure.
Read. Game.
I've been slacking on reading too. I haven't read in like 2 weeks or something.
Oh, no. I'm about to finish my book. I'm gonna finish it tonight. Actually, I got 1 chapter left, so I'm gonna finish it tonight. Start a new one. Yeah.
You.
You.
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't. I do not. So, I guess that's what we'll call it, right?
Sure.
So that's a wrap.
That
is a wrap.
Wrap it, put a bow on it, tie it, throw it under the tree for 12 months from now.
Yeah. 11.
11.
Okay. Yeah.
Realize that as I said it.
I forget what number. It's 40, but I forget what I said. Course? Is this course?
Course.
Yeah, course. Yeah, course. Okay, that's gonna do it. That'll do it. And I'll wrap everything up, put it in a bow. 11 months from now for episode course.
Episode 40. Course.
Yes. Episode titled Course 40 of God Party Podcast. Oh god damn it. Whatever.
All
right, guys. Game on.
Bye.
Enjoy. We'll talk to you next week. That's it.
Bye.